Hi, Dr. Heather here from Wellspring Chiropractic Lifestyle Center. Today I have an important idea I want to share with you. I'm going to start with a quote by Vijay Goindarajan. Here's what he says. The future is not about what you have to do in the future. It's about what you have to do now to create the future. So what is it that we're doing right now that is going to impact our health for the future? Let's face it. For quite some time now, we've been dealing with a pandemic, and the whole conversation has been about the strength of the virus and all the fear that comes with that. I want to shift that conversation to talk about the strength of the host. When we look at who are at risk in this pandemic, it's the immune compromised, it's the ones that are going to have the worst outcomes. And that's because there's a weakness in their body. They don't have that strength of the host. So it's not about the strength of the virus, it's about the strength of the host. And I want to talk about this because when we think of this whole consequence of this pandemic, the reason we have a problem is actually because we have a very fragile healthcare system. The problem is not the strength of the virus. The problem is our very fragile healthcare system. And I think the reason we have a fragile system is that we're looking at a model of healthcare that has 3 tiers to it, but all the focus is on the lower tiers instead of the upper tiers. So let me show you what I mean. We have the bottom tier, which is disease care. Disease care is, treatment of disease. It's basically trying to make sure that you don't die. And we have a model that we are spending $2 trillion a year on for disease care. The second tier above that would be disease prevention. So washing your hands, social distancing, isolating, mask wearing, that's all trying to prevent the spread of a virus. So that falls in that realm of disease prevention. But let's face it, here we have this virus that has shown up, and $2 trillion a year we're spending on our health care, and the best we have is social distancing and washing your hands, right? We need a better way. So let's look at that third tier of healthcare, which is building health promotion. What do we need to do to strengthen the host? And it's so important that we put energy into that because when we think of how did this develop into this disease care model that is the dominant model, it's because it's the easy way out in many ways. If I'm not building my health and I get sick, I can just pop a pill to manage that. And so as a result, we have so many people that have chronic illnesses using medication to try and manage it. And it's kind of like, just take the pills and you'll get by with it. Except now those are the people that are more at risk. So taking the easy way out before is pretty hard right now for those folks, right? But if you take the hard steps right now to build health, it gets easy later on because you now have a strong host. You have a strong body. So I hope that you found that this was useful information. Please share it with your friends and family because we have to shift the conversation if we're going to get healthy. And if we're going to create our future, it's what we do right now.